Random events have shaped the course of American history. They're unpredictable and can affect elections, presidencies, and the social fabric of the country. The death of George Floyd, no doubt, sent this country reeling. We're still grappling with the disastrous aftermath. Charlottesville was seized upon by Trump's political opponents and altered the course of his first term significantly. Jussie Smollett, if he had gotten away with that hoax, it would have triggered a racial catastrophe in this country. And we're less than a year away from the next presidential election, so random or not so random events could sway millions of voters and alter our future. Did you know that a black supremacist Kamala Harris supporter tried to burn down the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr.? Isn't it odd that the media, who never saw a hate crime they didn't love, didn't cover this? Last week, a woman was arrested after dousing the front porch of MLK's childhood home in Atlanta with gasoline.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, that's gasoline.
And then she had trouble getting it open, so eventually she unscrewed the top and threw it to the ground and walked up on the porch and under the rope and started dumping the gasoline in the porch. So instantly I was like, okay, this is not good. So what do you do?
The leader of the civil rights movement had his home targeted in an attempted attack meant to evoke racist atrocities from a bygone era. And no one seems to care. If Martin Luther King's home was burned to the ground without any suspects, what do you think would have happened? Forget about Israel, forget about migrants, high rates. This would have been the biggest story of the year. It could have caused riots. Trump would have been blamed. Trump voters would have been blamed. It would have caused a reckoning like this country has never seen. Just last week, the media was predicting a Trump re-election would trigger a second civil war. But the suspect's black. A black woman tried to burn down Martin Luther King's house. So who is this woman? And why are we the only outlet investigating her? Well, the day before trying to torch MLK's home, Lanisha Henderson posted a picture of a Trump tarot card. He was dressed as a dictator, and the card predicted he would face judgment. Interesting timing. We also know Lanisha, who tried to burn down Martin Luther King's house, loves Kamala Harris. So what motivated a black Kamala Harris supporter to burn down Martin Luther King's house? Well, just 3 hours before her attempted arson, Lanisha posted "Free Malachi Z. York" on Facebook. Who's that? York is a black supremacist cult leader whose goal was starting a racial civil war. York's currently serving 135 years in prison for child sex abuse, racketeering, trafficking minors across state lines. So if these good Samaritans hadn't fingered Lanisha to police, Malachi Z. York's dream would have come true. A racial civil war. It would have sent American race relations back decades, which is what some people want. Even the judge in the case was suspicious, saying the whole thing made no sense.
I'm extremely concerned about the randomness of this event. There does not seem to be any reason or tie to that particular location. And I do believe that based on that alone, given the complete and utter randomness, that she does pose a danger.
Republican